Good morning, motor cars. It is Friday, October 2nd, and Halloween and the Halloween party are coming up quick. Birthdays this week. Sherman Thomas, who is our body shop manager, October 2nd. Kenneth Shorts, body shop technician, also October 2nd. Chris Shepard, who is a Toyota technician, October 3rd. No anniversaries this weekend. I've got a couple of life hacks for you. If you're ever kidnapped and locked in a car's trunk, kick out the taillights and wave to other cars through the hole. Someone is more likely to respond favorably if you speak into their right ear rather than their left ear. This includes romantic suggestions. A recent study found that if you pay cash instead of using a debit card or a credit card, you'll spend less money. This is because giving cash to someone else activates the pain receptors in your brain. To remember where you put your keys, pay attention when you put them down and say out loud where you're setting them. If you're traveling and you lose your phone charger, your hotel likely has a stash of them left behind accidentally by other travelers. I can speak for the veracity of that one. I've had that happen a couple times. You can find the answers to any textbook homework assignment by Googling the name of the textbook and the word answers. Don't tell your kids I said that. If you have battles with your children, give them choices that give them power but still accomplish your goal. For example, if you want them to put their shoes on, don't tell them to put their shoes on. Instead say, do you want to put your Spider-Man shoes on or your Transformers shoes? This works for teenagers too. Word of the day. Resistance to change is a natural programmed human response. As a rule, people hate change and will go to ridiculous lengths to avoid it. They create a culture of can't and present excuse after excuse for why the change is not only a bad idea, but outright impossible. But change is necessary and healthy. It helps us adapt to ever-changing conditions, and resistance to change has a price. In the days before Mount St. Helens erupted, the authorities and the folks who lived nearby were told by volcanologist David Johnston, who had studied the mountain for years, how devastating the eruption was going to be. He told them that it was going to explode with the force of a nuclear weapon. He said that there would be rivers of mud, avalanches, and clouds of superheated ash traveling at hundreds of miles an hour. He told them in no uncertain terms that this would kill anyone who stayed in the area. The local government still took weeks to decide to close the national park that surrounded the mountain. They even tried to reopen it again when the eruption didn't happen right away. 54 people who lived nearby refused to leave at all. Most of their bodies were never recovered. That included David Johnston, the volcanologist, who thought he was far enough away to be safe. Change happens. It's how the universe works. There's nothing that anyone can do to prevent it. The trick is to find a way to make change work out in your favor, to create a culture of can. Instead of wasting our time and energy pushing back or dragging our feet, find the opportunities that every change presents. If you dig, there are diamonds in that mud, and we have to find them before someone else does. Because there's always a volcano, an asteroid, a disease, or a predatory competitor is more than happy to make us extinct. Have a good weekend, motor cars.